Hey guys, what's up? Baller here. We are now this third game for this one. This is January 10, 2023. Charlotte Hornets going up against Toronto Raptors. That'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 8:30 a.m. here in Manila. And I'm just inviting everyone who have not subscribed yet to our YouTube account or YouTube channel, Baller. Please click on the subscribe button below. At the same time, hit on that bell logo. That way, automatically, you guys will be receiving notifications whenever new videos are uploaded. By the way, the spread given is minus 7.5, and that's actually given towards the home team, Toronto Raptors. Now, before we proceed, let's check on the standings and the rankings of both teams, both belonging to the Eastern Conference. By the way, um, for Toronto Raptors, they are at number 11 with a record of 17 wins and 23 losses, while for Charlotte Hornets, they are at number 14 with a record of 11 wins and 30 losses. Okay, so here we go. Toronto Raptors, they would have the home court advantage on this. In terms of fatigue, both teams were able to rest up last night, so we can skip that part. In terms of momentum, we got to give it to Toronto Raptors. Approaching this game, they're coming off a win. That was a win against Portland Trailblazers. Unlike the Charlotte Hornets, approaching this game, they're coming off a loss. That was a 5-point loss against the Indiana Pacers. Now, if we take a look at the form as well, Toronto Raptors is one game better because for their last 10 games, Toronto has won 4 as compared to Charlotte, wherein Charlotte has only won 3 times. Now let's take a look at the availability of the players and the health of both teams. Okay, now for Charlotte Hornets, Oubre is out, Gordon Hayward is listed as questionable, and for Toronto Raptors, Otto Porter Jr. is still out for the game. So we can give the advantage towards Toronto Raptors as well because they only have one player out as compared to the Hornets wherein 2 players are listed down there. Um, Toronto Raptors had a great win the other night against Portland Trail Blazers. If I'm not mistaken, that was a 12-point win. Um, I don't know, but Toronto Raptors still hasn't gotten my trust back, if you know what I'm saying. They have been losing a lot, and again, I haven't seen consistency. They will win every once in a while, but then the question is, will they be able to follow it up by maybe another win or maybe a couple of more wins, right? That hasn't happened for the past, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so. I'm not saying that Toronto Raptors won't beat Charlotte Hornets because obviously Toronto Raptors is a much better team, but would they be able to cover the spread? I guess that's the better question. And not only that, we have to consider the improvements that has happened or that have happened in Charlotte Hornets. Again, for their last game, they lost by 5 points against Indiana Pacers. That was covering the spread. The spread on that game, I guess, was around 6 points, 6.5. Charlotte Hornets actually lost by 5. Before that game, Hornets actually dismantled Milwaukee Bucks. So what I'm saying is, ever since Ball arrived, a lot of things can actually happen. It's almost a toss coin as to what kind of Charlotte Hornets team would we be seeing on a certain game. But in terms of covering the spread of 7.5, I think with the kind of starting unit that they have, that is very much probable. I mean, they have 2 players who are actually averaging 20 plus points a game. Obviously, that's Ball, and the other one's Strozier. I mean, if you take a look at Toronto Raptors and their starting 5, there's only one who's actually averaging 20 plus points. So that's another factor. And of course, Hornets they got big guys who can actually go against Toronto Raptors' bigs. Now, I understand Toronto Raptors' bench is way deeper and at the same time better, but the spread of 7.5 is just really not giving me comfort, to put money on Toronto Raptors. So I'm going to pick Charlotte Hornets in here with the plus 7.5. Highly likely indeed Toronto Raptors will win, but the coverage of 7.5 points, I'm going to give it to Charlotte, okay? So my pick would be Charlotte plus 7.5. Peace out. Pasay love and God bless.